We're going to talk about how I lost 50% of my trades and still was profitable over $1,000 on today's session. So I'm going to start off by saying I've been trading futures the last couple of days. I'm a funded trader with Top Step. Predominantly I'm trading options 99% of the time, but sometimes I like to kind of get over into that futures account, kind of trade that capital. Especially on days where price action may be choppy, or on days where we're kind of resting and I don't really want to risk my own capital. So I'm going to go over the couple of trades. I'm going to put somewhere on the screen the daily P&L from Top Step from my brokerage with those guys over there. I'm going to show you guys how basically I lost half of the trades that I took today and still was profitable. So the main point that I want you guys to kind of take away is that you need to be able to keep the emotions in check. Trading is a very emotional and draining game. If you do not keep your emotions in check, you can start to revenge trade. You can start to just take trades, because it's going up, take trades because it's going down. Next thing you know, you're kind of just chopping yourself away, a slow death. But the strategy that I use to trade futures, 90% of the time it's going to be from the 5-minute time frame. The other 10% of the time I'm going to switch between the 1 and 2-minute time frames. So futures a little bit different than trading options. We don't really have to worry about the time decay and options premium fluctuating. It's going to move 1-to-1 with the stock price, but you're also going to have to understand that because each candle, right? So if we're watching a 1-minute candle, how many times have you seen the candle start to go up and then it comes back down, and then it goes down and then it goes up, right? So a lot of times when you are trading, futures, or you're trading equities, shares, you're going to go into drawdown a lot more than when you're in options premium. Options premium, you can get into an options contract, it kind of gets above your level, and then it kind of just stays in the profit, right? It stays in the profit unless you go down, obviously, below your entry price. Then you're just going to stay below. With when you're trading futures and stuff, it's constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. So you're going to have to kind of stomach those emotions. You're going to get faked out. I'm not saying that, every trade's going to be easy, but it's a waiting game, right? So at the end of the day, it's a waiting game. All I was looking for here was just 20 SMA plays, just changing trends. That's all I was really looking for. Sometimes taking some consolidation breaks or breakdowns, right? So first trade that I took was fairly close after the open here, 6:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We can see we were trading underneath the 20 SMA. We kind of put in that low here, so I marked that level, and then we reclaimed this 20 SMA, and I waited for the preceding candle to kind of take out the highs, and I got long here at around 6:40 a.m. I traded a handful of micros today, and I traded very, very little minis. So if you know anything about futures, micros are going to move a lot slower. There's not going to be a lot of risk involved, and minis, can really give you a heart attack, depending on your account size and your level of experience. So needless to say, my biggest winner for $770 did come off of trading minis. However, I pieced together the rest of the day with those micros, which I kind of like a lot better. It moves a lot slower. I don't have to watch the P&L fluctuate. So first trade of the day, took 3 micro contracts here, like I said, at that 6:40 a.m. standard time here, and this went up about 30 points. I sold on the first run up here as it started to pull back. So when I seen this wick over the previous candle and started to turn red, I just sold. It was a quick 30-point move in a matter of 10 minutes. Kind of waited for it to consolidate. Once I seen that we did not lose the 20 SMA, what I did in real time is I went ahead and I put a trend line here. Right, so I put a trend line over this high of day break at this current time, 6:55, 7 a.m. As soon as we broke through at 7:10, I went ahead and went long again. I went again with 3 micro contracts, and I went ahead and just took an easy 10-15 points off of that, right? So when I'm trading futures, I'm scalping. I'm not catching big long moves or extended periods of time. My average trade is about 5-6 minutes, right? So I'm not in the trade all that long, and I can actually get the exact average time here. Let me look at the screen. So my average trade time is 9 minutes and 2 seconds. My longest trade of the day today was 30 minutes, and I'm going to put this on the screen so you guys can see it as well. My largest winning trade was $755. My largest losing trade was $135, and my average losing trade hold time was 9 minutes and 22 seconds. So you guys can see, let's say under 10 minutes, I'm in and I'm out under 10 minutes. I'm taking what I get, those 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, then I'm kind of getting out. If I'm losing the trade, or let's say, like, for example, right, I'm going to give you guys a very, very kind of quick example, right? Look at this high of day rejection here, right? Let's say that on this candle, when we did not take out the high of day, I get short 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I would have been in this trade, and then it starts to reverse. So even though if I would have just held, it would have been a winning trade and a big winning trade. Sometimes when I see this happen, I don't like the reversal. I just cut the trade, because I'd rather cut the trade here and take a small loss and look for a new setup, right? I'd rather do that than to have this go against me, break high of day, and the next thing you know, I'm down hundreds and if not thousands of dollars at that point in time, depending if I'm trading micros or minis. So here was another trade setup here. This one wasn't that big of a trade here. At the time is 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kind of went down 5, 10, 15 minutes for about 20 handles, right? So it went down about 20 ticks. Again, anytime I'm trading futures, I'm getting in as soon as I start to get green and I go up 30, 40, 80, $100, I'm starting to scale immediately. 1 contract, 2 contracts, 3 contracts. That's exactly how I'm doing it here. Not really looking to catch huge moves. This was the move here that I caught when I traded minis. So once we broke down here and then held right here in the middle of this range, and then we did not confirm a new high of day when we reconfirmed the 20 SMA, I did this, right? I told myself this, okay, this is going to be my hard stop loss. If we lose the 20 SMA, which we did here at 9:35 a.m., if we confirm, I'm going to get short 1, okay, just 1 mini contract. I got short 1 mini, and I was going to hold it. My intention was to hold this down to this level here, because if we got down to this level here, which we held once, then I knew that there was a good opportunity we could hold and then snap back. So all I was looking for was the move, and that was 12,815 all the way down to a price of 12,764. Hell of a move, right? Hell of a move. It went very, very fast. As soon as we kind of confirmed this candle, we went fast. You guys can kind of see and get the idea of, you know, how I'm trading. I'm just looking for those trend reversals. I'm scalping. If I don't feel comfortable in the trade, I cut it, okay? Even in a situation like this, where if I would have held this position here when I got short at 8:45, if I would have just held an hour, 2 hours, I would have made a lot of money. But I did not feel comfortable here when we started to reclaim the 20 SMA. And that's just, that just comes with screen time. Sometimes you're going to feel more comfortable than others. And sometimes you're just going to have that gut feeling where this is going to go, this is going to go. I'm going to trust my technicals. In this particular situation, I did not feel comfortable, so I wanted to just exit the trade. I ended up getting back into the short position and caught the pullback. But again, that's just the way that trading goes. As soon as I went up over $1,000 on a day, I pretty much just stopped, right? That's a hell of a Friday. I did $1,000 yesterday. You can go back and watch that video. That one I recorded live when I was in the trade. And today I'm kind of just doing the recap because I did not hit the record button today because, you know, I was busy. But the thing is that, you know, it just takes a lot of practice. If anyone says that trading is easy, they're wrong, right? These people that you see making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, you know, it didn't come overnight. This is very, very hard to do. You have to treat it like a real job. You know, if you currently work a 9 to 5 and you make $250, $350, $400 a day, well, hell, if you make $250, $300 a day here, you know, you have to treat it as a real job. How much do you want to stretch? Yeah, it would be nice to make $1,000 today, but what happens if you take that next trade and you give it all back and now you lose, right? So it's all about stacking together individual wins to kind of collect and cash out that paycheck at the end of the week. I hope that video helps. If you guys want to trade futures, make sure you guys sign up with Top Step. Get yourself a funded account, please. I would never recommend anyone to put their, you know, $10, $15, $20,000 into account and trade futures. It's very, very, you know, stupid to do that when you can go show a prop firm that you can trade, you can manage risk, and then be given $50,000, $100,000, $150,000. I currently have 2 accounts. I have one big account that is funded that's $150,000. I've got a small baby account that is $50,000. So I've got 2 funded accounts. You can only use one at a time, right? So it's not like I can use you know, both of them, right? I'm only using one. I have funded twice just so I can use both of them if something happens and I was to lose one of the accounts. And when you trade for a prop firm, like for example, on the $50,000 account, I only have a maximum drawdown of $1,000 a day. So if I'm stupid about it and I lose more than $1,000 in one day because I'm stupid or I'm greedy or I'm just revenge trading all day, boom, that account's gone. So at least I've got that backup account that's already pre-funded. I've already went through the combine, did all that stuff. I could just load that one up and then get funded again on the other one. So again, it is what it is. It does take a little time to kind of learn the markets. I know a lot of people want that quick and easy fix. You know, it's tough, right? So it's tough when you're trying to kind of figure it out and you're kind of trying to learn how to become profitable. A lot of it is mindset, a lot of it is emotions, right? So keep that in mind when you guys are trading. Make sure to stay safe out there, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend.